Tucker Carlson launches stunning attack on Ben Shapiro. He obviously doesn't care about America, is what Tucker says. He accused Shapiro of not caring about the United States, particularly due to Shapiro's focus on the Israel-Gaza conflict, stating, I can't imagine how someone like that could get an audience of people who claim to care about America because he doesn't, obviously. Carlson expressed frustration with the right wing's intense focus on foreign conflicts such as Ukraine and Israel, while neglecting pressing domestic issues like the nation's financial stability and immigration concerns. He questioned why they weren't addressing these vital matters, saying, they've said nothing about that, and they're focused with laser intensity on foreign conflicts. They don't care about this country at all. Would you have ever thought that Tucker Carlson's going to call Ben Shapiro out and say, you don't care about the country at all?
Well,
what are your thoughts?
For me, I'm looking at this, actually. I think they both have their right sides of the argument, but this is beyond politics. This is beyond anything. This is personal. They've been feuding on this topic for months now. And we all know that Ben Shapiro, as smart as he is, obviously is an American Jewish man. Tucker Carlson is an American Christian man. Ben has vested interests in what's going on in Israel. He's an Israel advocate. So I totally understand both sides of the argument. Like, you're an Armenian American, right? If there was something going on in Armenia, you would have some things to say about it. If there was something going on in Assyria,
there's no Assyria, but
exactly,
yeah,
you'd have some people going
Watch
on.
your language a little bit.
In Modesto, if something was happening in Modesto,
if something was going on in
whatever
Scandinavia,
Canada,
Tom would have something to say about it. So, America is made up of a coalition of people from other countries. That's what makes America so great, is that we've taken in immigrants a little too much these days.
A little.
From all over the world that have their backgrounds. I like what Dana White also had to say, is like, you're not Italian American, you're just freaking American. You're not African American, you're just freaking American. You're not Mexican American, you're just American. So we have to get back to the sense of roots and purpose in America. America first. I do understand that. But at the same time, we have something called domestic policy and foreign policy. We have something called multilateralism and called unilateralism. We need to stand by our allies, whether it's the EU, whether it's Australia, whether it's Canada, whether it's Israel, whether you can some kind of say Ukraine. I don't know about that. But that we need to have our allies back, and our allies need to know.
What do you think about this? I understand what you just stated, the facts. I get the facts. How do you process
I think it's
this?
Personal.
You think this is personal?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think about it? What do you think about it?
To just say he doesn't care about America, I don't think that's the case. I think, and obviously Adam nailed it, he is Jewish, and it's just for months. It was for the first month and a half, all it was Israel, bombed them, wiped them out, didn't care about the civilians, didn't care about anything, he just wiped them out. So I could see how Tucker would get upset, but I do see Tucker's point in the fact that, Pat, it's like everybody's looking outward, and you said this, I think, 2 months ago, when you're like, 1 year, shut everything down, I'm sorry, everybody, take a time out, we're going to turn around and look at America and not help everybody and give away, and I think that's the way to do it.
Hiring freeze, recruiting freeze. 1 year we're taking no immigrants.
No immigrants. Yeah. Pat, no nothing. Not even Ukraine. Sorry, guys. Deal with it. Deal with the war that you've been losing from the beginning.
Tom.
Both of these guys are media experts, and Tucker knows exactly what he's doing. Obviously, you don't care about America. 1 millisecond later, a synapse in Tucker Carlson's head is telling him that that's going to be the click headline, that that's going to get people into.
You think that's what you think in his mind? He's trying to get a short clip out.
No. His mind, he's trying to get his point out, and he understands how to get people doing that.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of respect for Tucker Carlson, both as a newsman and as an American and as an entrepreneur, and I think he knows exactly what he's doing. What he is pointing out is saying that domestic policy is so important right now. Look what's happening to our cities. Look what's happening to our economy. Look what's the interest rates, affordable housing, education in America. Make a list. And Tucker is saying domestic policy is so important right now, and you guys are preoccupied with all these foreign conflicts. Shapiro on the other side is saying, look what's happening to Israel, because he's got a very strong pro-Zionist Israel flag that he waves. I think it's as simple as that. And Tucker knows how to get the dialogue spun up and saying, obviously you don't care about America. That gets people talking about it. And Tucker's point, I think, is stronger than Ben's point. It's not to say that there's no point in Israel, Hamas and the Palestinian conflict that's going on. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the domestic point that Tucker's making is pretty freaking powerful, and he's asking people, look at all the issues we got to deal with in here, and I bet he would agree with you 100%. Let's have a moratorium on immigration and then get it done right and do the following things to deal with domestic issues.
Yeah, I can imagine if a president gets elected and says, okay, guys, you elected me. Here's what we're doing. 1 year, we're not taking any immigrants, period. 1 year, we're not giving any money away to anybody else when it comes down to war. 1 year, the world's got to figure out their problems for 1 year. And let's see if everybody else can handle it or not. A year later, we'll go ahead and address other people's problems. And here's how you do it. You make a list of problems you're having in America, just so you know where you live, where your kids go to school, where your family lives, where you spend time working, where your job is, where your company is, where you spend most of your life is. Here, these are the problems we got. Boom, 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 boom. Let's address these. I think we're going to need about a year to address this. Then we can look at other people's problems. I think that's a very logical approach of taking it to solving issues. Do I think it's like the two heavyweights of the conservative side going at it as well, and there's an element to it that's entertaining, and they both maybe even want it? Maybe. I don't know. Obviously you saw what happened with Piers Morgan when the whole Israel and Gaza debates, all the comedians he was putting them up.
Still doing it.
18 million, 20 million,
Still
12
happening.
million, 6 million.
Yeah.
Like, but this is working. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. But there's also another part of it that's about, guys, this has been a chaotic run we've had since 2016. Let's see if we can lower the temperature by 2025. Mathematically impossible to lower the temperature in 2024. Impossible to lower the temperature in 2024. But in 2025, there's something we can do to lower the temperature. And in 2025, in 2024, the best part, if we can pull this off, it's going to be very hard to do, unifying people in 2024 would be by far the most important thing to do. If these guys can get around the same table, them, others from the conservative side, can you imagine a symposium? Think about the symposium. You ready? Tucker, Ben, Musk, Rogan, put Trump, put a bunch of these guys, okay, at a RFK, at one event.
Oh my God.
What do you think would happen with that? You don't have an arena big enough to want to fill how many people are going to want to be there.
Nope.
And you know what they talk about? Let me tell you what we're talking about here. I'm a humanist. My name is Elon Musk. Yes, I'm trying to build civilization, or what do you call it, a colony on Mars, whatever. But at the same time, I love America. I love this country. Hey, I'm such and such, but I love America. Hey, I'm a Jew, but I love America. Hey, I'm a this, but I love America. Think about what kind of a message that would send to the world if some of the sharpest, brightest people unified around America as an idea, what that would do to the world. We got to figure out we need unifiers and synergists in 2024. We've had such a run of dividers back to back to back to back to back. We need a new run of synergists and unifiers. Sit down, talk. You want to argue? Great.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.